Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking something that literally shifts the entire paradigm of retail proprietary trading. We're looking at the Prop Trader Pro framework, or PTPF, developed by TechNests.ai. If you're a focused learner trying to wrap your head around the mechanics of sustainable trading, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to take an authoritative, deeply educational look at exactly how this framework helps you master execution over prediction.
Right out of the gate, we need to shatter a massive myth. The Prop Trader Pro framework is not a trading strategy. I really want that to sink in for a second. So many struggling traders out there think they're just one magical new signal or like one complex indicator away from sudden profitability. But here's the truth. They don't need a new signal. They need a complete behavioral overhaul. PTPF is actually a real-time educational and behavioral development system. It's all about fixing the trader, not just the trade.
So, here are the key stops on our roadmap today. 1. Beyond the strategy. 2. A behavioral system. 3. The symbiotic loop. 4. Dual execution. And 5. The 5 core pillars. Let's get right into it. Section 1. Beyond the trading strategy. The real reason traders fail.
Think about the retail prop trading space right now. It gives almost anyone access to leverage capital through these evaluation-based funding systems, right? Traders have access to incredible technical indicators, lightning-fast platforms. Yet a massive percentage still fail their evaluations. Why is that? Well, because the industry focuses almost exclusively on signal prediction and short-term profit expectations. But the actual account killers, they're behavioral. We're talking impulsive execution, overtrading, inconsistent risk sizing, emotional instability, and honestly just a total lack of repeatable routines. Look, you can have the absolute best strategy in the world, but if your emotions are driving the car, you're going to crash for sure.
Moving on to Section 2. A behavioral development system. The structural solution.
So, PTPF was created specifically to be that structural solution to those exact behavioral failures. From a bird's eye view, the framework is really designed to function as a real-time educational companion. It's built to cultivate disciplined, sustainable trading habits within very professional risk constraints. Instead of just being this deterministic signal engine that spits out buy and sell alerts, PTPF provides real-time guidance. It actually tells you things like wait for confirmation before participation, or current volatility may require reduced position size. It's actively intervening to reinforce patience and keep you emotionally neutral.
Think about the decision gates mapped out in the framework's end-to-end trading flow. The rigid, rule-based automated trade management, or ATM, is strictly enforcing maximum daily drawdowns, target profits, and specific trading windows. If a rule gets violated or a limit is hit, boom, the system steps in and the trader goes flat for the day. This completely reduces emotional trade management, like revenge trading after a tough loss, and literally keeps traders from blowing up their accounts. It's basically a structural guardrail against human indiscretion.
Section 3. The symbiotic learning loop. The engine of improvement.
This loop is the foundational structure of PTPF. It kicks off with structured market analysis, using explainable, simple indicators, not those overly complex, confusing ones. Then it moves right into trade planning, where your entries, stops, and targets are all defined before a single cent is on the line. Next up is strict execution, where the framework actually helps you stick to that plan. And finally, feedback and analytics. This is where behavioral and performance data are analyzed to refine your next market analysis. Each stage feeds directly into improving the next one. It creates this amazing self-reinforcing educational process that's totally driven by disciplined repetition.
I really want to highlight this quote directly from the source material. Every trade is transformed into a structured learning event. Under PTPF, feedback is process-oriented, not outcome-oriented. You aren't just looking at whether you made or lost money on a trade. The system actually evaluates your execution quality. Think about your own recent trades for a second. Did you enter prematurely? Did some emotional intervention cause you to move your stop loss? Were you actually patient? The whole goal here is to build longitudinal behavioral data. That way, you can literally see your habits improving over time, translating past mistakes into future discipline.
Section 4. The dual execution model. Benchmarking behavior.
Now this is where things get really fascinating. Alongside manual execution, PTPF can actually run a synchronized, automated, rule-based execution model using your exact same market conditions and risk parameters. It's literally you versus the machine executing the exact same trading plan. Manual guided execution brings in human discretion and, of course, emotional response. Automated execution?
zero bias. Seeing a robot trade your exact parameters without any emotion isolates exactly where things are going wrong. I mean, if the robot is profitable and you aren't, it proves your strategy isn't flawed. Your emotions and your execution are the problem. When comparing these two executions, the system isolates some very specific metrics. It looks at entry timing, like did you jump the gun compared to the rule set? It looks at stop discipline. Did you move your stop when the automated system held firm? It also tracks exit consistency, emotional intervention, and risk adherence. By comparing your manual trades directly to the automated benchmark, you get unparalleled clarity. The purpose here isn't just to let a bot trade for you, right? It's educational benchmarking. It essentially holds a mirror right up to your behavioral drift.
Section 5. The 5 core pillars, foundations for long-term sustainability.
The entire educational philosophy of PTPF revolves around one key concept: building resilience over dependence. The framework intentionally avoids those opaque black box indicators where a trader just blindly follows a green or red arrow without actually understanding why. It totally avoids unrealistic profitability claims and excessive technical complexity too. Instead, it promotes understandable logic and repeatable setups. It wants to build traders who don't depend on constant strategy changes, but who rely on their own disciplined routines and emotional regulation.
And all of this builds directly into the 5 specific PTPF pillars that support every successful trader. Pillar 1, process. That's following a structured, repeatable path. Pillar 2 is discipline, managing those emotions and strictly adhering to the rules. Pillar 3, consistency, repeating those discipline actions over and over again. Pillar 4 is adaptability, learning, adjusting, and evolving with changing market conditions. And finally, Pillar 5, growth, committing to daily, continuous improvement. Mastering these 5 pillars? That is exactly how you survive the markets long-term. It's how you progress from just passing an evaluation to actually managing capital, scaling, securing payouts, and eventually reaching true mastery.
We've covered a tremendous amount of ground today, and I want to leave you with this final, really vital question. Look at your own journey right now. Are you trying to predict the market, or are you trying to master your execution? Because as TechNests.ai and the Prop Trader Pro framework make incredibly clear, financial markets are always going to remain probabilistic. You literally cannot eliminate losses, and there's no way you can predict the future. But by shifting your focus away from a prediction contest and moving it towards structured, behavioral execution, you finally take control of the only variable you actually can control, yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep reflecting, and as always, keep focusing on the process.